Here we are. I'm Lou Pickney. This is NashvilleLou Live. September 23rd, 2022. This won't be the longest stream I'll do this month by any means. About an hour tops with this. We'll see. Picking back up from yesterday, playing the new game Blockchain Brawlers that is available in beta release form on Steam and soon to be available to play in Web3 form on the Wax blockchain. But this is for today the demo version, essentially, that's available as the beta download on Steam. It's a very straightforward way for people to be able to play and learn how this game works. This is not a wrestling game. This is a strategy game that is themed with pro wrestling, if that makes any sense. It's somewhat like micro league wrestling, if you're old enough to remember that, only with gameplay that's actually fun and logical. And it really doesn't matter who you pick for this particular iteration of it, because they're all going to be set the same. Start off with Johnny Butterfinger. And it's a lot more fun to play against somebody versus the bot. The computer AI is not difficult to beat, which is good for the way it's set up now, at least in my opinion. So now we'll wait. And here we go. Alex 9-6 game. Pair of fours. This is interesting right here. This could be up against a flex. They could go higher on me and I'll just lose this first round. Don't want it to be a flex though. Let's see what they do. Oh, they folded. So I bet that was a flex. A 1 or a 3 hiding under there. You'll note this says 60% complete. Still a work in progress. Right, because I won that first round, that boosts my momentum to 2. Momentum is very important in this game. Flexing means your second card is lower than your first. Like you're trying to scare off your opponent. But if you're flexing and get called on it and your opponent didn't flex, no matter what, you lose. Interesting spot here. I've got an 11 combined, so there's a lot that could beat me on this other end. Momentum isn't that... You know what? Let's go with it. They folded, so that was the right play. Folding can be advantageous when you're trying to protect your momentum streak. Because if you lose in a showdown, which is when you have an in-ring move like that, in other words, somebody doesn't fold, that resets the loser's momentum. And that is huge. You're playing, counting down from 25. Well, this will be a flex. Plus, you get the 3 and the 1 bonus if it hits. I don't like the looks of this. Because if we both flex, we both do the damage. So we'll see. I'll protect the streak, though. The momentum streak. That's important. Oh, we both folded. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Well, that's some of the strategy you see from certain players in this game that lean toward that. They get more cards in their hand that way as a result. Let's see what happens here. 7-on-7. If they've got a 3 in there, they'll beat me. I think that it wouldn't have mattered because we both would have hit maybe. I'm not sure. Some of these scenarios I haven't played through yet. So I win because they folded. I got the 1 in there, so that's the flex. That means that boosts that. Look at that, up to a 6. And they're down to 16. Probably fold this one. We'll see what they have. Showing a 1, but that just means they're not going to flex. I'll fold. Odds are they've got a better than a 3 here. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, we both fold. Slow down here. Come on, system. Help you out. What is this? Come on. Again, 60% complete, so there will be some challenges, I'm sure, with the live launch of this. Is there something I'm doing? The game is designed to hurry you along. And to that end, between like the action figure type look and the arcade style rapid play to encourage people to not run into these types of situations, just sitting here and waiting. It definitely feels like there are some retro elements in this game in a positive. I remember the 1980s and arcades when places were packed with people. Even the 90s, Mortal Kombat 2, the Game Land in South Nashville, down by I-24. People would line up 12 deep on either side behind two people playing Mortal Kombat 2. That was like 1994. Times have changed. Meanwhile, I think we're stuck here. I do a Toru Yano style shrug. Well, I guess I won. That's like beating somebody on a count out where they slipped on a banana peel. No reward. I guess that's just basically a no contest. Sports entertainment finish. Schmoz. So I guess eventually it figures out that the game's stuck and it just boots you back out. Play as Cole Tenderfoot. Tends to go back to that exhibition on default. And again, this is still a development type setup here, so it may not be 100% set yet, but the menus look great. The look of the game is great, and the gameplay, aside from that situation you just saw there, gameplay is solid. And I know that the developers have put a ton of work in on this. The former Wax Studios, it's what, Tyranno Studios now with the T-Rex, I think is a big move in the right direction with that. Brand yourself separately than the Wax blockchain branding, just to eliminate any potential confusion in the marketplace. 6-1, I'll probably, well, no, I don't want to do that at all, actually. Let's go with a 3-1. That's not right. Uh-oh. I'll be folding one of my other ways, so whatever. I think it's your daddy. And that was the right move, as you can see. But they only got one out of it with that big hit. And I have 3 cards. I have 4 cards in this next hand. That's the advantage if you fold in this situation. All right. 6 and 5. Actually, that's backward than I want. I went 5 and the 6. You want to sandbag. It's almost counterintuitive in some ways with that. I think I've got a pretty good shot here. We'll go with a double. Let's see if they'll go with a double, or will they chase, or will they fold? What is your daddy going to do? And with 1, so they're going to call me or they're going to fold. You can't re-raise. This isn't Texas Hold'em. Fold. And they made the right move, probably. They made knuckles sandwich for their efforts. Crunch. Here comes the effects of that. I had the music. It's an ongoing thing for me with the live streaming and audio. No matter how high I think it is, sometimes I'm drowning myself out. So I'll try to be careful with it. But there's not any actual music with this, and I got 9 seconds to get my gimmick up there on the board. We'll go 4-6. Let's see what they do here. They're showing an 8. Probably flexing. We'll go with a 2. It could be double 8. I could be just staring down a punch in the face. I bet they fold. I don't know, though. Would you play an 8 and then fold it against a 4? They did? Oof. That had to be a flex. And that's the danger. You go for a flex and you realize it. And it doesn't work out. You're still down your card. So we get a 1 to 3. If you win the round with that in your hand, you're doing pretty good. Oh, this is interesting to hear. I'm just going to fold. That momentum streak at 3, there's no sense in pushing it to us. Now, if they didn't fold, and there's the 1, so they'll get the boost to their momentum. There's a double boost. Look at that. See, I should have played the 1 and the 3. I did it backwards than what I should have done. Although I don't know if I still would have held on that. That's a tough one. All right. So it's tied up at 22, but they've got the stronger momentum advantage, so they can play a little more conservatively. Let's see what they do here. Up against a 4. Best they can do is a draw. We'll go 2. And a fold. Slap. There you go, a pop of it. But that momentum streak loves 4. Mine's at 4. So we'll see here. Ooh, possible sandbag. Possible sandbag. I think the right term is sandbag. It's a flex. It's a probable flex. No, that's not good. They're going to 3. This could be a bluff. We'll see. Is it a bluff? Are they sitting on double 8? What you got? Aha. Got 12 damage. And I get called an asshole because I stuck my finger in his eye. And maybe they have a point. So they're down to 7 points for the opponent. My momentum's at 7. Just got to play conservatively here. Kind of risky. They've just had their momentum streak broken, so there's no sense in doing anything. They're sitting on, let's see, 13 for me. An 8 would mess me up, so we'll just fold it. Kick the can down to the next round. I have enough latitude here. I got 22 points. We're 21 now. And that was the right move. See, they would have got me by 1. You see why I did that? And you see how this is a strategy game. I love this. All right. I can wait him out. Eventually he's going to throw a 2 out there or something. There's a 6. Folded. They went to 2. Didn't matter because I didn't call them. There's a 2 damage. Now they're the asshole, as you see. All right. The momentum's up to 3, but I'm sitting still at 19, so I can keep this up for a while. Again, let's play it safe. It would be nice to be able to discard some of these, and I think you will be able to in a future update of the game. See, that would have been a loss. That was the right play. You're only getting, for that shot being what it was, I only got 3 damage on it. Again, here, even if they fold, I just have to win 1 where they fold, and if I still have my momentum streak going, and I do, I'll be all right. 5 and an 8, well, this do it. Click it. Showing a 1, they can't beat me. Just go with a 1. I'll call them if they say anything. If they try to raise, it won't matter. They can't beat me with this. I got 13 points. I think it's sitting on a 9. It wouldn't matter. There's the winner. They folded, but they were just out of time. So you see the importance of momentum. I mean, strategically, it was throwing away hands that I could have possibly won, not knowing at that point. Now, clearly, I made the right decision by not doing that. Eventually, they ran out of the high cards, and I had them pinned in, and they were trapped. But it came down to that one head-to-head that broke their momentum streak and kept mine going and boosted it. In this game, that can change everything. So again, though, it's the same moves for the same wrestlers. And part of the appeal with this game in Web3 form on the Wax blockchain is that there'll be more wrestlers available. There already are. They licensed Ric Flair for the game. And I can tell you from firsthand, from looking into it about a year and a half ago into pro wrestling IP within the, and I hate to use these letters because people freak out, the letters NFT. People hear that and it's just, you think I'm trying to sell something illicit to them. It's completely frustrating, so I don't use the letters anymore if I don't have to. But in this case, in NFT form, in digital form that you can sell yourself. It's not like me buying Arn Anderson Season 1 and WWE Supercard. Almost nobody has that. I don't play that game anymore. I do as little with WWE as I can possibly do at this point. The point being, I can't sell my account under the terms of service. I can't sell my cards within the game, even though, like my the Undertaker, where they gave it away on the Twitter drops, and I figured out when they were doing it, because the people programming the game set it up for the reveals to happen at the top of the hour, and I figured it out. So I was checking every top of the hour, and almost nobody got them, and I got 2 to turn into a pro. So that Undertaker Pro that almost nobody has, I could probably fetch hundreds for it if I could actually sell it and transfer it, but that's not allowed. So take that, and the mindset of your favorite mobile games, your favorite console games, or whatever else. This isn't DLC where they're selling you the same wrestlers that are put behind a paywall year after year, like that lazy WWE style that I can't stand, absolutely abhor. Anyway, no need to dwell on the negative when you got the positive. Looking forward to All Elite Wrestling, what they've got coming out with Fight Forever, definitely in the spirit of the very memorable WWF No Mercy, and not just WWF No Mercy, but the WCW games prior under THQ. World Tour, WCW versus NWO. I mean, people still mod it and play it now in 2022. But then again, I do the same with Fire Pro Wrestling World, and that game came out 5 years ago, and it was considered a novelty retro throwback then. So, Colt Tenderfoot. Play with real players. I've been able to find matches relatively quickly for the most part. At the end of my last stream, which went to like 2 a.m. Nashville time. Is it Smidget-O? S-Midget-O? All right. That clock's running down. They'll start ticking at 5. Just barely made it in time. Ooh. If they're sitting on a 7 or higher, I'm in trouble. But it's early enough. You know what? Let's not chance it. Let's save that 7. They folded 2. That's interesting. I know the folding early strategy is popular, at least among some people. It's tough when you face a 5, but you don't know what you're up against. It could be somebody trying to sandbag. It could be somebody sitting on an 8. It could be a 5 and 5. This is a possible sandbag here. They were sitting on something before to fold when they did. But low enough stakes. Let's throw and see if they're raising to 2. Could be trying to scare me off. Probably not, though. Fold. Let's see what they had. They're sitting on a 3 or 1. I'll look foolish. I made the right move, didn't I? See, that would have been 13 for them against 10 for me. When neither side is flexing, and flexing being when you're second card is lower the value-wise than your top card. They're trying to flex. If I go with 8 and a 1, I'm trying to scare you away with the 8, hence I'm flexing. But the risk with that, if it doesn't work, okay, no problem here. Worst, it'll be 15 versus 15. If they have a 9, which they probably don't, they may be trying to flex. I'll raise it to 3 and see if they bite on it. They went to 1. I like that it shows you the initial and then the fold. I scared them off. So I only get the 1 for it. The downside is those are my 2 highest cards in my hand at that point, so those are out. So they've got 5 cards. I've got 5 cards. So flexing here. Ooh, they might be flexing as well, and if they're flexing here, I'm going to lose because there's nothing. They would have to be at least a 1. I hate to do it. I'm going to throw the 7. They were going for a 2, so they had to have something. In all likelihood, they're trying to induce me to jump up there. Nope, it was a flex, but they would have beat me anyway. Beat me with a flex, so they get that boost. But their momentum's at 3. Seven versus 7. Go with a 3. At least run them off from some of their high cards. That'd be good, although it's my 2 highest right there. I'll get called an asshole again when I poke him. Watch. In the time of COVID, I don't think sticking your fingers in your mouth before you poke somebody in the eye is a particularly sportsmanlike thing to do. For anyone that cared. Let's see. I just fold this hand. Clear out the 2 cards. The problem is when you do it at this point, that's 3 points of damage I'm getting hit with. The multiplier they got, not the multiplier, but just the momentum. Already folded and it's going through it. So look, they would have really had me there. The only way I would have won that is if they would have been flexing. I didn't think they were, and they weren't. Well, you see how strategy comes up. All right. 7 and 8. Try this again. Well, worst is the draw on this one. We'll go with 2 and see if that'll just entice him enough to chase a little bit. I folded out of the gate. A thrust kick this time. And it sounds crisp, the crunch to it. It's like how I have my Fire Pro Wrestling World game modded. With the thud you can feel, the way those sounds are with the mod. All right, so I'm down 19-17. We're tied on momentum. We can go with 6 and 6. Possibly a flex. Find out. If they've got a 7, 8, or 9, they got me on the showdown. Oh, they called it. Here we go. Let's see what they got. What do they got? An 8. Oh, it was a flex. I win. The round, that is. Game's not over yet, but that was huge. That breaks their momentum meter. Look, mine's going to go way up. All right, so they're down to 11. I'm at 17, but I've got that 5. Burn through this one and take one of their 7s out of play. sure they flexed here. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Well, no, it wasn't a flex. That was just a straight up. That would have been very bad for me if I tried to. But that's why you don't risk it when you've got this kind of a lead with the momentum. I mean, the lead isn't as much just a 5-point differential, but the lead as far as that momentum meter goes. All right. We'll go with 5-1 and see what we're up against. It's a bit risky here. Ooh, I don't like this. Fold. Bad play. I should have done that. Oh, he folded this. Got to go through its thing. Oh, he folded too. Interesting. So 1 stays in my deck. That's a downside. I'll go with 6 and 6. If they've got a low card, I'm going to be in a really good spot. Let's see. 6 and 6 they called. I didn't call them. I didn't see if they called. They came out there as a 2. Doesn't matter either way. I'm blocked in. They flexed. I win. That's the advantage. If you didn't flex, I could have had a 2 and a 3 out there. Flexing, of course, your lower card, your second card being lower than your first. So there is depth and strategy to this beyond just some sort of fun, lighthearted, pro wrestling themed game. They're down to 1 left. We'll go 4 and 4. Just fold here. Got an 8 right there. I can just wait this out a little bit. I got 16 points I'm sitting on. Of course, they want to try and get me to jump in high. That's more, I think, to scare me off than anything, and that would have been. They knew they had that win because it would have been a sandbag if I had any higher than a 4 on my side. They had me by a full 2 points. All right, 8 and 8. This ought to be for the win. We'll see. I should throw a 9 my way. And once you've got that advantage, you can just really be patient. They can't touch me here at this point unless I fold, and I won't. They might raise me just to see if they can. There's not much they can do. Smidgito is in a tough spot here. Of course, I'm going to go to 3, see if they can scare me off. It's not going to matter because they can't beat me with this. It doesn't matter what they have. They've got 16 points, and there's not an 11 card in the deck, or 10. Now, in later versions of the game, I'm sure there's going to be stuff they'll throw in, so you can't just dig in defensively once you get the lead. And some of the animation, some of the timing with this is still a work in progress. That's why they had the giant 60% complete up there. What you win in this beta version of the game, available for free in beta form on Steam, is you get the Brawl and the XP, which I imagine will be similar to how it is in the actual Web 3 game that's forthcoming. But you don't get to carry this over to the main game itself once it launches. This is just kind of learn how everything works and strategy and all that. And I can assure you with this game, it's deep enough strategy-wise. You'll want to get some time in on it to learn how it works. There are still things that reactively I can't at a drop of a hat know, okay, I should play a 1-3 here or whatever based on my cards. And that'll come with practice. I guess I can pick who I want here. I'll use Rusty Klutz. It still has Colt there. It's Smidgito and I in a rematch. I'm a manager. Colt's got a booking elsewhere. Bring in Rusty. I'm just going to fold this 2 to get out of my hand. Got a 5 out there, which is dangerous. You don't know what you're up against. They're going for 3, so they had something there. It wasn't a flex, I'm guessing. I know it says flexing for me, but I folded, so that didn't matter. But it would have been a flex. And some of the timing mechanics are still getting worked out. See, clearly, there was nothing impossible for me there to have won that round. So folding was smart, got rid of the 2. They ding me for a point. Their momentum goes up to 2, but you'll have that. All right, let's get serious now. Go 5-8. Remember, if your higher card's the second of the 2, it's not a flex. The flex is to scare people away. That's how you can remember it. Weird flex, but whatever, right? Okay, this is good. They got a 4 out there. So at most, they can get a tie if they got a 9. I could trick them to thinking I'm trying to get them to fold. They folded anyway. That's where if you've got a 1 or a 3 in that other spot and they fold, it's a big time boost for you, especially that momentum. Five and 5. This is NashvilleLou Live. I'm Lou Pickney. It's past 6 o'clock, a few minutes past 6, Nashville time. Probably play this at the bottom of the hour. Get ready for some high school and college football, American football. And let's see. Go ahead and fold here. That might be a flex. That could be a 7 or a 6. That's why I folded. I was afraid that might be what they had. So they are getting some momentum points built up there, but you notice it's 24-22. It's not that far of a difference, and I've been able to let loose some cards I didn't particularly need. Let's go 4-1. Let's see if we can get something unusual here. It's a 4. It's going to be trouble. Actually, that was probably not my best play, was it? That timer, they don't have time to think about it very much. They folded as well, so advantage push. I think we both had the same idea there. Let's see what they do with this. This is a flex. Wow, okay. So it's 11. So if they've got, if they're sitting like a 5 or a 6, I could be in a tough spot here. But I bet maybe they're on a 3 or a 1. We'll see. They've used some high cards already, and I'm not sure the distribution, how that works. I don't have a good gauge on that yet. Oh, they folded, and I got the flex. A little harder hit. 5. So they kept their momentum going, but I may have misrepresented earlier how that works with the flexing and the opponent folds. Otherwise, it would just be a very fold-heavy game. Protect that momentum streak. They'll hit me for 3 with this, unless they're. This could be a flex. The 5s, you don't know. I've already folded. There they are. That's a 7, so 3 damage. But again, that was going to be. If I had gone with a 6 and 6 there, it would have been a push, all other things being equal, but who knows how that might have changed things. Six and 6. So I'm trailing by 1, 20-19. Feel that's a flex. They're trying to flex. Are they going with a 3? Let's find out. That's a 8 or a 9. Could be curtains. Flex! Called it. So now look at it. Their momentum streak's broken. Mine's up to 6. They're down to 5 points. So as long as I can protect the streak, I just need 1 win. I'm just going to fold here. And 1 sitting really help me much in this case because I don't need any sort of boost in particular. We both folded. Interesting. Guess they were going for a flex. They're in a tough spot. All right. Go with a 6 and 7. If they throw a low card out there, they're done. It's a 5. The doubler or tripler does me no value here because I already have the momentum of at 6. They've got 5 points left. They may raise. I'm going to call them if they do. They folded. That was a poor move by them because that. I guess they knew they were drawing dead essentially there. Unless I was sitting on a 1 and they had a 3. Because they had that momentum. With them having 5 points, they were done. See? Winner. It's a fun game. It'll be a lot more fun once these rewards become actual real-life rewards and not just something that's in a theoretical sense and more of a demonstrative role than anything here in this open beta release on Steam. More than anything, I want to be a different person than the opponent that the other player's using, so it's not just a mirror match. Sub-Zero versus Sub-Zero. There's a bit of a disconnect between the game itself and then the moves in the ring. Sometimes it spins around and it's a little tough to tell which guy is yours. My experience last night was that after a certain amount of time, it just resets you with the opponent search. So let this play out here for a moment. I'm going to have to go through and find some longer form instrumental music that has full Creative Commons rights. Okay, here we go. Match against your daddy. We battle again. All right. Not a bad opening spot. They're going to think I'm flexing possibly. On a 4, so they can't beat me this round. Got a 2. Double, they're going to fold. Downside is those are 2 high cards of mine off the table, out of the gate. Their 4 is gone, but they'll have an extra card advantage because of the fold. At 6 and 6, they're not going to necessarily expect this back to back. That could be a flex. Let's see what they do going with the tripler. If the tripler wins for me, that's 6 points of damage. If it wins for them, it's 3. They put a 1 in. They're trying to decide they're going to call me. Oh, they folded. Ran them off. Which probably means it was a flex because they had an 8 and 8 or an 8 and a 9. They probably weren't going to fold facing a 6. Some of the things I say might get repetitive, and I don't mean to, but I know there'll be new people constantly either finding the stream or watching the VOD later. We play 2 cards against 2 cards. If it goes to a showdown and neither side flexed, then the one with the most points wins that round. There's momentum involved. There's a lot more to it than what I just said. This will for sure be a... Well, Now, if that's a flex... they've been saving up some big cards, I think. So I'll go with... We'll put 1. We'll see what happens here. At worst, they'll lose a pair of 2s. They're sitting on 1 point of momentum right now anyway, so they can't turn this into some huge round. Oh, they're going to 3. Okay, you know what? You ran me off. So they won't know that I managed to save a 2. And then that was a flex. So I would have won that round if I hadn't folded, because if you don't flex and your opponent flexes, you get to that showdown part, And the one who didn't flex wins. But I folded, so I didn't win. Now they're up to see that big boost they got. All right, we'll go 6 and 8. Go with a doubler. See what they do here. They're going to fold. They went with 1. They either go to 2 or they're going to fold. You can't re-raise. In other words, re-raise would be going to 3. And you can't do that here. So they folded. And that was the right move for them. They stuck around to make sure I wasn't going to just fold. And when I came with a 2, they, instead of going for a flex there, they're going to save that for another turn. Or maybe not. There's a lot that's left of supposition with this. Oh, let's see. 5 and 5. Look, it's an 8. I bet you that's a flex. We're raising it. Let's find out. If that's an 8 or a 9, I'm in trouble. If not, the round is mine. Got it. Got 12 damage. And their momentum streak drops back to a 1. There. Meanwhile, mine's at 5. So pretty good spot. So 3 and 3. Last second decision. So I'm basically betting here that they're going to flex. This is not a flex. They get the round. Flex. No, it's not a flex. They got it. Busted my streak up. My momentum back to 1. So I've got a 22-7 lead, but that changed things a bit. They're going to think I'm flexing here. All right, so they can't beat me this round. I got 15. Go to 3. They're folding anyway. So. There's no tripler on it. They don't call. They knew they weren't going to get this round if I didn't flex. If that was a flex, I could have surprised them. I do have the 1 damage in on them. Go down to a 5. Or a 6. They take that damage off right away. But if I can get a tripler on the 2, that'll be enough to win it. It's like an 8 or a 9 up here. It's a 4, so fold. Now, they could be sitting on a 3 behind there ready to just laugh it up, but I don't think so. I went for a doubler. I would have had that round. That's the right decision. So a 20-6 lead for me. My momentum meter's at 2. Theirs is at 3. I can go with the 5 and the 8. This is going to be a pretty strong combo here, I imagine. Oh, wait, do I have 2 8s? Even better. Look with only a doubler. If they go with a tripler, I call it that's game, in all likelihood, unless they've got something I don't know about. They folded. But that chips another 2 off of there. It's a 20-4 lead. Play it semi-conservatively here and be okay in all likelihood. folding, so it didn't really matter. Again, with the 3 points, it's going to leave them with 1. So it's a 20-1 lead. Now, they can still get me. There's not a running clock here, per se, except the one that keeps you in for round to round. But it's not going to up by 10 goals with 3 minutes to play. Now, let's see. No. Throwaway round here. Just fold. This could be a flex. They both flexed, but I folded, so that's 6 damage. That flexing doubled it for him. But they're in a tough one here. This is going to be 6 and an 8. If they fold and I go with it, all other things being equal, this game's over. Ooh. They got a 9 or an 8. They could be in a tough spot. But they've only got 1 left anyway, so it doesn't matter having extras or whatever. Let's see what they do. They're going with a 3. Ooh. You know what? We'll give it to you. So I'm keeping the 8 by folding. Let's see. They got a regular winner. It would have been 14 against 14. We both would have struck, and I would have won. So now, a little less certain. 8-1 game with their 7. That's 7 on the momentum. Uh-oh. I think I made a mistake. That's my 8. Did I lose that? Did I play that one wrong? Or just not have an 8 to begin with? Well, let's see what they got. I think they're trying to scare me off, but maybe not. If that's a 6 or higher, I lose. Winner is them. 6 and 6. You see, I had that big lead and I lost. And that's what momentum can do. And it's important for the game to allow for this sort of thing to happen, because otherwise you get people that would be down big and just, rage quit, walk away, and that doesn't make anybody happy. I don't know who's calling right now, but they can wait. All right. We'll use Barry Greenhorn. Oh, what's a robot? I forgot it. It defaults to a computer opponent. Well, at least for this stream, this will be a way to demonstrate that. The computer uses little or no logic, like you would see against a human opponent. I can just exit out of this. I don't want to do this right now. I want to play against a human opponent. Let's go one more. One more round against a real person. There we go. At least I was able to exit out. Not like some of those. Sometimes you get a heavy-handed game where they're just going to keep you in there, pal. This is Blockchain Brawlers. B-U-H-T. Five up against the 6. They're probably going to fold here. Well, they raised it to 2. Let's see. Maybe they got something strong. They got higher than a 6. They got me beat for this one, for the first round. That's what they had. Damage of 2. And they go up to 2. Oh no, I played it backward. Oh no. Well, I gotta hope that they don't Oh, I misplayed this one poorly. Hopefully they folded. No, they didn't. They went with the 3. Uh-oh. Yeah, I totally misplayed that one just completely. That was awful. That's what I mean, though, when I'm talking about it's still not like instinct to me on the right cards to play at any given moment. I'm trying to watch a stream. Who decided to call me at 6:30 on a Friday night. But ultimately, I just misplayed the hand. Tripler. We'll see what they got. They're trying to scare me away with like a 3 and a 1. Nope. Straight up win there. All right. So that broke their momentum streak with the showdown win. And I'm back in it. Ugh. No. Let's see. Hoping they're sandbagging, but I could be way off. I'm hoping they're flexing. That means having a lower card. Trying to scare me off, so we'll see. Okay, I'm playing this very poorly. If you need an example of how not to play blockchain brawlers, here you go. Oh, I'll have to play at least one more round after this. I can't end on this. Even if I come back to win. Whereas counterintuitive, normally you would think it would want to not have you sandbag, but it's not like sandbagging. It's your stronger card being the second. It's flexing if you put the stronger one up first. I tend to get that backward in my head. Terrible. I'm playing awful. They got some good cards, too. And that's luck as far as what cards you get. Hoping they're going to flex. They just had some really good cards. I played horribly when I had some good ones myself. That was awful. Terrible. Terrible play by me. And, come on. This part needs to get faster. I mean, things that look cute the first, second, third time, after 50 or so, get a little old. All right, let's do this right. One more. Plays Rusty Klutz. Wonder how tall the walkers go. It's 3 wide or 3 high. All right, playing against Too Late. I like how the opponent's names are always in quotation marks. And Frank, quote-unquote, T.J. Mackey from the movie Magnolia. Larry Bud Melvin. Or Charles Lou Pickney, whoever that is. Not joined yet. What, did they quit? They leave the territory? Okay, I'll go back to the menu. We'll try again. And hopefully this will link up soon enough. And this will be the last match for this particular live stream. Approaching the bottom of the hour. 6:30 Nashville time. Five and six. Make sure to put my larger card or more powerful card in the second half so it's not a flex. Going with a 3. A bold move with a flex. We'll save the 6. Maybe we sent on a 7. That probably, there's a lot that could go wrong with that. See, that would have been bad. Not as bad as that would have happened later in the match, but bad nonetheless. So I saved the 6. They win the round, but it's only 1 point of damage. I said save the 6, now where did it go? And there are some things I'm still learning about this game. Let's see what they go with. Going in heavy with it. If they got a 9, they can beat me. Otherwise, they won't for this round. What do they got? They thought I was flexing. So you see how that changes things. Momentum resets. Mine goes to 2. 2 and 2 here. I bet they're flexing. Fold. There's something going on there. Yep, it was a flex. I probably should have stuck with it. But I would have won the round because my guys weren't flexing and theirs were. But it's okay because their momentum was low. They're tied up at 22. A pretty good spot here. 9 would beat us, but that's it. Fold. And they're just clearing their 3 out of it. Two points of damage. And my momentum meter goes up to 3. If you win with a 1 or a 3 card, your momentum meter goes up even more if you happen to win that round. But it's tough to do that. Five. But they're just going to try and throw away their 2. Yep. It's fine by me. I'll go ahead and knock another 3 off of them. I'll lose my pair of 5s. Let's see what my draw is out of this. All right. We're 6 and 1. We'll see if I can get them to fold. One with a 3. And I'm not going to chase to a 3. That could have been a nice bluff. We'll see. And it was a nice bluff. Snow and surf picked a good time for that. But the important thing for me is that momentum. That streak stays alive at 4. Folding, just clearing out their lower cards. I'll uppercut them for a shot of 4. That's another 13. My momentum goes up to 5. It's my turn to dump some cards. Oof, unless that's a sandbag. Or excuse me, that's a flex. It's probably not. Oh no, actually probably is. What are they gonna do? You gonna raise? If they raise and they're wrong, I'm in a pretty good spot. If they raise, I've got to decide what I'm going to do. If they go to like 2 or 3 here, go for a doubler or a tripler. Did somebody turn off the clock? Come on. Now, when I've got to decide, it's like 5 seconds ticking down quicker than you can believe for them. You got all day. I think the game's just slowed up. There hasn't been too much of that I've experienced thus far, but it does happen. I think they'll declare it a no contest if it just continues like this for too long. I have no idea what's happening here with the other person. If they quit the game, if they're sitting there frustrated like me, hoping this thing will get going. Well, that was a garbage non-finish. I'm not going to end on that one. No way. Greenhorn, get in there. Let's see if this will work. I'd wanted to finish up at 6:30, but this is going to go a little longer. It already has gone longer. Now it's Boots again. B-U-H-T. Or butt, if that's what it's going for there. You can never tell for sure. That sort of thing. We're at 6 and 7. They can't beat me this round. They were just clearing out their 2. That makes sense. I got a 4. I don't particularly like that. It's a possible sandbag. Probable sandbag. Raise it to 3. Let's see. Maybe they got something that I'm not expecting here. They're trying to scare me off. Let's see. No. And I got it backward in my head again. So I'm trying to do this stuff real fast off the top of my head. And it's just counterintuitive. I'll have to get used to it being like that. Flexing's when you got your front guy. Sandbagging's a good thing. That's the easiest way to remember it. All right. Well, we both had 11. We both got hit. So that's the way it works when you both do it without a flex or with a flex, but we're both on the same side of that, and you both have equal damage. It doesn't matter who has the highest card of the 4. It's both sides get hit. And I think if it's a double knockout, they both get reset to 1, and then they determine a winner. I folded. Let's see what they did. And I made the right play to fold. 4-5 and had 9 total. My 3 cards didn't add up to 9. It's real crazy, like a 1-3. Oh. Almost for sure not. I have to fold here. They did too. And that's where it's a game of chicken, because if I hadn't folded, then I would have won. And not only won, but won with a flex. So you can see where there's certain cases where it makes sense to do that with a flex. Just throwing that away. Yep. Slap him. Off of the slap. All right, so I'm down by 5. Momentum's the same. Interesting one here. I've got maybe 12 points, so if they get an 8 or a 9 there, I'd lose. Go for a doubler. Go for a triple. I got 12. What do they got? Okay, we both connected. So it was a draw round with both connecting on shots. So if you both fold, there's not any damage to it. If you both go to the showdown, there's double damage, one for each side. Our momentums are both at 1. They're up with a 14-9 lead. All right. Doubler out there, see what they do. Tripler. If they got a not, well, even with a tripler, we both hit each other. It won't be enough to knock me out. I poke. 5 and 8 beats 5 and 7. Not a lot of damage. In spite of the triplers, I only had the 1, but it's okay. So I've got a slight edge on the momentum, down by 2 points. And this might be one of those double folds. I certainly can't chance it here. Nope. For all I know, they've got a 3 and a 1. They're about to really surprise me here. I never played around on that one, but only 1 damage. Which is why I played it that way. For a flex. I'm hoping they've got a 1 there. That'd be great. Let's see. Maybe another double. It could be 5 and 3 and 5 and 3. They could have a higher card here, and I'll be done. Higher card, and I'm done. If I want to play that 5 and 7, I would have pushed them, but things are easier in hindsight, typically, you might notice. All right, well, that's it for this live stream. I imagine I'll be doing some more of this later this weekend. This is American football season, which for me means busy season. But still time to have some fun with new games, particularly anything related to the world of Web 3. This is the demo available in semi-open form on Steam of Blockchain Brawlers, the new Web3 game that I think is going to have a lot of people really enjoying this particular product. That's it for this broadcast. Thanks for watching. I'm Lou Pickney. I'm watching NashvilleLou live, playing Blockchain Brawlers. See you next time. Thanks for watching.